Hey guys, what's up everyone? Welcome or welcome back again to another video tutorial from the Apex Predator Billiards Training Club. My name is Apex Elenio, your aspiring professional pool player and pool instructor straight out of the small island of Jamaica. Now, of course, in today's video tutorial, I'm going to be walking you through a series of 10 ball and 9 ball racks that I had encountered in one of my most recent practice sessions that I had. But I'll be posting quite a few of these for the next upcoming days, so do definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button below, turn on your post notification bell, leave some positive questions and comments down below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions based on some of the decisions that I made throughout the rack. Now, none of the racks are actually going to be most of the racks are going to have a lot that you can learn from it. There are going to be a few misses here, which we're going to be assessing and giving logical justification for why these mistakes may have or may not occur in the future. Of course, one of the most important things for me is to learn from my own mistakes. I find that this is the best way to learn. And of course, if you're not at the level mentally where you can take accountability for your mistakes, then you're never going to grow. Now, you're going to find that a lot of 9 ball racks and 10 ball racks are explained by various types of teachers, but you never actually have an actual competitive player who actually goes out into the arenas and play and make mistakes and come back and have to face those very fears. Now, I've learned over the years by practicing pool by myself, and of course by sparring with other lesser players or even better players, I find that once you're able to document your mistakes and go back to the practice table and just refocus on those areas, you're gonna find that you have a lot more success in your improvement. Now, this game is very difficult, especially the rotation form of this game, so it's going to be very important that whatever tips and advice that I can offer you here on the series of rack analysis videos that will be coming out on the channel, it's going to be crucial towards your development. My aim and objective is to improve my game through practice, consistency, precision, accuracy, and control. And at the same time, while I'm improving my game, I want to also offer you the opportunity to improve your game as well. So do not forget to hit the subscribe button below, turn on your post notification bell, leave some positive questions and comments down below, and do not forget to share this out to your pool community. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions based on the racks as we go through here. Alright, so let's jump right into the practice session. Now, you would have seen here where quite a few break and runs were done on my channel. I'll leave a link to the playlist below where I've run some exceptional 9 ball racks. I've made some common mistakes to which I'm definitely working on at the moment, trying to remove the aspect of the game, that aspect from my game. Don't want to get too flustered. Now, you would see where I've started to dive a little bit more into the defensive aspect of the game. Not every rack that you're going to face, whether in practice or in a match, is going to be a break and run. So what happens when the game is not a break and run? What's the thought process? There are several aspects of the game that we need to practice, and we're about to face one of the most important one. This is in fact the break shot. Now, you've seen that right now at the professional level, the highest level in pool, the break is simply the one catalyst that could determine whether you win or lose. Now, I don't have one of those high level expensive break cues. I just have a normal break jump, and I get varying results. But what I find most of the time is that once I break from the side rail and I hit that the one ball as full as I can with controlled speed, I find that I get very consistent cue ball control here. Now, very good. I park the cue ball right into the center of the table, almost exactly where the one ball is, and I have some sort of look on the one. Now, what I find that the pro players do a lot is that they try to stay aggressive. Now, I'm a very conservative type of player. If I'm not sure of the bank or the kick or the jump or the pot, I'm going to try to go safe. Now, for this example, I honestly don't know how I end up missing this one ball. I may have been in my head a little bit. Maybe it was just the first shot on the table and I kind of just cleaned out the table. But here I'm trying to use stun follow to bank the one here because I want to come right back out for the 2 ball. Now I need to achieve the beginning or the latter because I missed the 1 and I didn't get really perfect position on the 2 that is on the left side rail. So none of that was achieved there. Now in this particular shot here, you can almost say that I've sold out to my opponent, and if my opponent is a very strong player, they most likely will definitely run this rack out because there is not much problem on the table. The only problem here might be the 8 ball that I'm not entirely sure passes the 9, but if it passes the 9, then this should be a fairly good rack here. Now here I'm going to be potting the 1 into the top right hand corner pocket, and I'm going to be running the cue ball through. Now it's going to depend here heavily on the quality of my stroke and the speed of the table. Now I try to take a 2 rail position back up and out, perhaps trying to get more towards the middle of the table, but I would have needed a lot more speed and maybe I hear more spin to accelerate the cue ball off a couple of cushions. Now I definitely fell short on this position, and like I said guys, when we're in an actual game, a competitive rack, a competitive match, these are the things that are going to happen to you. Now what happens when you have a clear table and you make a positional error like I've just did here? You have to think defense, and thinking defense especially on an 8-foot table is extremely challenging. So if you have a 7-foot table or an 8-foot table where you can actually learn how to play safe, it's going to be a lot easier to play safe on a 9-foot table here. Now what I'm looking at here is trying to cut the 5 ball or bank the 2 ball, pardon me, half ball, and I'm trying to go in between the 5 and the 3 here. Well, I'm actually trying to go behind the 3. Now I used way bit too much side spin there on that shot, and I didn't come anywhere close to even hiding either the cue ball or the object ball. So we can almost say that this is a -2 point for me here. Didn't play the safe and didn't protect the object ball. Now I've left my opponent here with a fairly easy opening shot here. And this if I can pot this into the center of the pocket, just maybe a hair of right spin, maybe not, or just stun, we can actually come 2 rails, or we can actually go 1 rail and come back up towards the middle of the table for a pot. And this is beautiful here, coming off 2 cushions and coming perfectly up to this half of the table here. Now I got a friendly nudge there on the 8. I could have snookered myself behind the 8 here, but the pool gods rewarded me for that shot, hence landing me perfectly here on the 3. Now the 4 ball is tricky. Now I will have to cut this 3 ball thin, and if you notice that the natural path of the cue ball coming off the side rail and the side rail should head me back over position on the 4. Now I have to be careful here because if I play it a bit too hard, I can actually head towards the side pocket, but the speed control there was spot on and I got perfect angle here on the 4. I even got a nice angle that I can stun out from the 4 and get back onto the 5 for position. Now there you would see that I just took a look at the 8 ball to ensure that it can pass, so I don't have any worry. I'm very much in perfect position here to get back on the 5. Just a stun draw into the side rail and back out, and that is perfectly done there by Apex LNU. So now all I'm gonna have to do here is just look to try to see if I can have the 8 past the 9. Once I'm taking this much time, you can see that I'm walking around the table double checking. See, I'm peeping down to see if I can squeeze the 8 past the 9. That's definitely a problem. And as an opponent, one of the most important things that I learned from a pro here that is in Jamaica, a strong player, is that you should be able to observe your opponent's body language. You get a lot of information about what's going on in your head, how you're feeling about certain things here. Now you can see I'm double checking and double checking and double checking if the 8 can pass, because based on just my movements around the table, I'm observing myself here that the 8 doesn't really pass. I'm gonna have to try to do something a little bit more here. Now I've potted the 3, potted the 5, pardon me, and I just came way bit short on the 8. Now let me just guide you through my thought process there. One of the reasons sometimes that you might find yourself missing a position or coming short on a position is because you are indecisive and you're in between decision. One of the things that I've learned is that you must be able to make up your mind completely about what shot you're going to be playing in order for you to get somewhat of a perfect position there. Then again, went after the 8 here, banked at the 8, missed 8 again, banking a bit short. So this kind of reminds me that I need to do that banking video, because sometimes, as I said, with banking, you have to have an understanding of the reaction of the reel. This table plays a bit short, so a lot of the times you may have to bank with a little bit of side spin or diamond adjustment there. And so even though I sold out the rack to my opponent, I completely missed that 8 ball there. Maybe it's just the first rack, not completely settled, but this is the first rack from this training session here. And you know, not everything went right. Obviously, we're not going to be breaking and running all the time, but you're going to find here that a lot of the times these are the things that actually happens during the game. Alright, so check out the next rack, guys, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Until then, peace out. Keep on practicing with precision, accuracy, consistency, and control, and I'll see you in the next upload where we're going to be learning more about the next aspect of the game. Take care.